you should feel excited about the product launch day. That's what I'm trying to say. I get excited on product launch day because it means that I get paid for all the hard work that I've done beforehand, okay? And you will experience that too on your product launch day. By the way, how many of you this week have already set up like a landing page or got a little PLR book or something like that ready to go? Just raise your hands. Awesome. So a couple of you in the room have taken action on these strategies. You've got a PLR book and you've set up an opt-in page or a sales page ready to go, which is great. So you could actually launch your product this week, couldn't you? Yes, the answer is yes. So you could, right? And so within 5 days, we've got people in the room already that have a product and have a landing page already set up, okay? So what we want to do now is we want to launch it. So you've done a little bit of work, you've set it up, and now we need to get it to market. So, Chrissy, don't worry, I just need to plug in my clicker. I can do that, thank you. Okay, so this is where all of the prep work we did comes together. Everything should be created and scheduled, and then you should have a healthy buzz going. So you will even have a schedule for your launch day. We had the pre-schedule, remember before, with the pre-launch, where you've got this timeline and you've done all this work. And remember before we said, got a pen that works. And we had all of the months of the year. Remember this from yesterday, or the day before yesterday? And then we were going to launch a product in November. And then we had this December, January, February, March. So we're doing a soft launch here, and then we had launch day here in January, okay? So this is what's happened. So all of this prep work, all of the designing of the landing pages, the graphics, the promotional graphics, everything is done in here. You would have a huge checklist of everything that needed to be done. We started writing down a checklist the other day as well. These are the things that I need to set up for my launch. You've allocated, okay, so if it was in our business, I'd say, okay, Emily needs to do that. Emily needs to do that, I need to do that, and then Emily needs to, or get someone, Flora might need to do this, and we have people in our team that will be doing different things, and then you can even put as well as the date that it's due. So if you have the date that it's due as well in your spreadsheet, that will really help, and you get everything done so you're ready for the actual launch day. That's all in the pre-planning stage. So the full launch can be from, say, 2 weeks to 3 months. The best way to decide is to look at the norm in your industry. There are certain times of the year that work better than others for different launches, and if the industry does a one-day launch day, then maybe you should be looking at a one-day launch day for yourself. Other people take months as well. So look at Apple. Apple does this huge pre-launch stage, and then they have launch day, and they have a line around the block. Don't it? Everybody is waiting at 6 a.m. in the morning to get the next iPhone. Even though it's only changed, the product's changed by 5% or 2%, they've done such a good job in the pre-buzz that on launch day they have a line of people around the corner. Would you guys like a line of people around the corner waiting for your product? Absolutely. Do you think their sales increase because of that buzz? Do they get media attention because of that buzz? Yeah. So, you get all of the Today shows and all the TV channels down there filming this huge long line because of launch day. Okay, so your product is likely to involve steady sales over time with a boost at the start. So when we launched Buzz Tabs, for instance, we had a huge amount of sales. We made about $70,000 worth of sales in 2 days, and we paid our affiliates, so we're left with $35,000 at the end. So we did this huge thing, and then we just had this gradual increase of sales over time after that. But this is what your launch day should look like, where you can make tens of thousands of dollars in a single day. When we launched Online Bizzo, same thing. We made 30 sales at $2,000 a pop, and so we made $60,000 in this launch period or pre-launch period, and then it would, after that, we then gradually make sales over time like that. So this is what will normally happen to your bank account. Okay, so there there are certain things that need to happen during the launch phase. So you've got your marketing activities. So a lot of the things that we've been going through this week has been about how to market, how to get traffic. So you guys are taking action on that, which is great. And so you're getting thousands and thousands of clicks, which is great. Is this good practice doing this? Do you think if you could do it for this product, you could do it for your own? 2 people think so. But can you see, and now can you also see the benefit of having other people help you with your launch? Yes. So when you do a product launch, if you have affiliates ready to go, then it will absolutely help you make sales on the day. You want to maybe have a blog set up on your website so you're giving people live updates of what's going on. Maybe you want to tweet the activities, what's going on. We're going to cover Twitter tomorrow, I think. You want to schedule marketing content and have things ready to answer questions. So, yes?
Is this in our book?
This is not in your books, but I am recording it, so it will be in the membership area later. Okay? Schedule marketing content to answer questions. You want to increase your social media presence, get people talking about it, get people excited about it. Ensure that the other parties are using your marketing material. So don't just trust that people will say the right thing. This is why we gave you graphics and swipes to use for the promotions for the webinars. We noticed that some of the posts that you guys did by yourself, you said, hey, welcome, I'm in Thailand, and check out what I'm doing, click on this link. Does that tell people anything about what you're doing? Or what the product is? Or what the benefits of the webinar? It doesn't, and so what it means is you get a whole bunch of untargeted traffic clicking on your link. So, but pardon?
Sometimes it even works like my experience
Yes.
is that often it works much better just to create curiosity. So
Yes.
people are like, oh, what is she doing? I really want to know more. And then they come to you and then they ask you. So you get leads and they ask you instead of just placing a link somewhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, so you will get curiosity and people will click through it, but it doesn't mean that it's targeted. So what you could, if you're connected to that, yes. So you're fortunate because you're already connected to a market that would be interested in this. So when you're just saying, hey guys, check this out, you're going to get those sorts of people. But other people in the room don't have that. So when they say, hey guys, I'm in Thailand, check out what we're doing here, click. If you have 500 friends and these people are clicking through, they're thinking that they're going to see you on an elephant, and then they see a make money webinar. So the conversion rate on your page will go way down because you're getting lots of untargeted people. This is why we pre-created graphics and swipes. Now it's nice if you put the human element in it as well. So we've given you the graphic, we've given you the swipe, and you can say, check out guys, we're in Thailand, this is amazing, we're getting all this great traffic strategies, or we're learning how to launch products. If you want to see what we're doing, we're going to give away some of this tonight on a free webinar. Come and check it out. And now you're going to get people who are more interested in the product. Does that make sense? So when you do your launch phase, make sure you give that material. Okay, so ensure that, so then you want to be prepared to make changes. So if something isn't work, change it. Really, really important. If your page isn't converting, change it, update it. If something, you've got to be quick to do those sorts of things. Make it easier for your customers to learn about what you're doing. That's why we do lots of webinars. We have emails that will go out and educate people. And then you want to track sales and promote for success. So this webinar that we did on Tuesday, we had about 12.5% conversion rate, which is pretty good. Would you agree? Yeah, that's very, very good. So you want to track those numbers and you want to see, okay, how can we get more of the people showing up again? In fact, I just sent a message to Emily because we had, I think, about 90 people register for the actual event and about 24 people show up. So it was a little under 30% show up to the webinar. So what we could do is, because we had 90 people register for the webinar, we can send an email out with a replay link, like Taryn was talking about, and we can say, hey guys, we did this very special webinar the other day. We're going to leave the replay up for 24 hours only, and we may get those 90, the other 60 people that didn't see it to see it. Now, if my webinar converted at 12.5%, do you think that would be good if we get the other 60 people on? Absolutely. So, we'll probably, are we going to do that, Emily? Can we do that? Thumbs up, she's already on it, right? So that's what it's about. It's about how can we capitalize on this and make more sales and more sales? Because if we can get 12.5% of the other 60 people, how many sales is that? 7 to 8 sales. So that's another $4,000 for the room. Is that pretty good? Right? So that's what we want. Okay. So, so then tracking sales and promote success. So when you do have success, you want to tell people about it. It will create more of a buzz. If you guys know that you can make money from these webinars, are you guys more encouraged to promote more today? Because you know we have the last webinar today, right? So you want to do that because we have one more chance to make money for the room. So the next thing is customer responsiveness. So be on hand to support your affiliates and your partners and your customers. So we create video training, we run seminars, we run webinars to train our affiliates on how to actually promote, and we spend that one-on-one time with them as well sometimes, especially if the affiliate has a database. You really want to be talking to those people, taking care of those people, giving them everything they need, have the pre-made emails ready to go, and nurture them because they're going to make the biggest difference to your launch. This is a vital time to provide customer support. So if you're making sales and something doesn't happen, then you need to take care of that. I made a special payment link for somebody on the webinar so that they could do a 2-part payment, like a 250 times 2. And what happened was when I made the link, it didn't connect to the proper email. So they sent me a message the next day and said, I haven't got the welcome email yet. So I was straight on it and we organised that. But if I didn't do that, what do you think would happen with that sale? They'll go, I want a refund, I haven't got my information, even though I did a special link for them. So you've got to be on top of the customer support as soon as you make a sale to make sure that they're happy. And I got an email this morning, I probably should show it to you, but one of the girls that bought on Tuesday, they wrote me this 5-paragraph email on how excited they are to do a strategy session with me, and they're going to bring their business partner in on the call, and they're wanting to send me all their information, and it's really, really cool when you really take care of people. Okay, so respond quickly to questions and answer those problems. Make responding to your customer issues your #1 priority. Really, really important. When you do a big launch and there's lots of support questions, you need to really have a team to help you manage that. When the BuzzTabs thing went down, remember when the link went and we lost everything? Emily and I basically didn't sleep for 2 weeks while we tried to answer all of those support questions. And it could be seconds or it could be hours that it's going to take for people to go, no, I'm out. So you really do have to keep on top of that. And this will influence greatly the customer satisfaction. So you've got to do your best, okay? Sometimes, and even admittedly in our business, some of you may not have got an email quick enough. And there is a lot to manage in a product launch. Would you agree? There's a lot. So if you miss one thing, like answering a customer, it could undo all of that hard work that you did to get to that point. So you really have to keep on top of that stuff. Publicly aired responses are even more critical. So if people are posting in Facebook or in LinkedIn or Google Plus about you or your product, you really do need to monitor that and take care of it as best as you can, especially if it's negativity. You need to deal with it very quickly or ask them to please come and speak to you outside of that platform, because if you don't take care of that, it can really affect the energy of what's happening with your product launch. Would you agree? Absolutely. So you want to keep it positive as best as you can and manage those expectations. If someone is blatantly trying to wreck your business, you might want to just delete the posts that they make and just try and contact them privately about it. But you can't manage everything. You can't be in every platform at once. So it's always good to have someone in your team to monitor your pages, monitor what's going on, so you can really get to those things quickly. Now, your issue and the response are seen by others. So how you deal with it publicly will absolutely reflect, to the business. So if you say, oh, well, it's your fault and blah, like if you just do this whole negative back and forth, it's really going to hurt your business. So try and deal with it respectfully, try and deal with it quickly, and if you can get them out of the social media, then you can, and even if it's a support question like, I don't understand the product, then that could hurt sales too, because if someone doesn't understand it, is that going to hurt other people buying it? It will, absolutely. And it may not be our fault if they don't understand it. They may not have read the emails that we've sent them. So sometimes people buy something and they go, oh, I don't know what I've just bought, but they haven't actually opened any of the emails that we've sent them. And that they could have this thing, and then they go into social media, and then you've got to really go, hey, I see that we've sent you 15 emails and you've only opened one of them. And that happens sometimes too. So you have to monitor that, and if you can track those stats, it's really good to be able to go to a customer and say, hey, we've noticed that you haven't even filled out the form yet, or we've noticed you haven't even taken the action which we've told you that you need to do. Also, aim to fully solve customer problems and show that you're committed to their satisfaction. If you can do that, it would make a really big difference to not only them buying from you again, but also then talking about you to other people. You can't please everybody. It doesn't matter how much you try. And I was very attached to what people thought of me and my business, and I was very attached to that because, you know, I always try and do everything with as much integrity as possible and try to solve everybody's problems and try to help everybody, but I can't help everybody. And if somebody starts talking negative about you, then you can't do anything. In fact, one day there was an article written about me in a Christian magazine with my windsurfing days. And this person who I'd never met, who had never spoken to me, who only read this one article, wrote this huge long email about, you know, what he thought about me and my windsurfing. And, you know, I could take that in two different ways. I could go, oh, I need to contact this person and tell him that he's wrong about me. Or I could go, well, it's obviously this person has their own issues and they haven't even come to me to ask questions or anything. They just made assumptions about me just based on what somebody else read in an article. You cannot please everybody. And as soon as you recognize that, the better you're going to be in your launch, okay? How many of you want to kind of fix a problem like when somebody feels bad towards you? Yeah? And how are you going to feel if somebody's posting and things like that? What are you going to do? Respond? Yeah. But then what if they keep going with it and delete them, block them? Yep. So yeah, that can happen. But also notice that when you block them, you can't see what they're doing anymore. And you can't see what they're saying about you. Okay? So, you know, these are all things that you need to understand when, I mean, they may block you, but if you block them as well, you won't be able to see what they're doing, right? So, pardon? You try to resolve it, yes, but what happens if it doesn't get resolved? Are you going to keep spending energy on it, or can you move on? They run out of steam eventually, supposedly. Doesn't always happen, right? But you've got to understand that things like this are going to happen during your launch process. And you need to be able to handle it, be equipped, and stay positive. Because if you focus on the negative energy of this one person or these three people, then it will absolutely hurt your launch and future launches. You have to be able to switch off and go, okay, why am I here? What am I doing? And how can I help people that are positive about my product? So it is a mindset thing. It can be difficult, but you need to understand that these things do happen in product launches, and you have to be able to rise above it and go, okay, I can't make everybody happy. You just can't. Okay. So the next thing is when customers see your responses, they'll feel like they can buy from you with no risk. So if you respond quickly, they're like, yep, these people are onto it. Some people buy from me because I answer them very quickly and they go, wow, great customer support. I really want to work with you. You also want to make sure there are a lot of ways to reach you. So what we do is we have our Skype, we have emails, we also have people can message us through Facebook. Have lots of ways for people to connect with you in the launch period. Let distributors and customers know what you're doing and that you can meet their demands. So if you're selling a physical product, you need to make sure you have enough stock if it's really going to go massive. And let's just take Apple, since we were talking about it before. How many shops run out of iPhones during the launch? Pretty much all of them. They get sold out. And they do that to keep the launch period open longer because people want it so much they're going to talk about it, don't they? This is actually a strategy. But, you know, if you need to communicate with the store owners and say, hey, we'll have another shipment ready. You need to have that demand there, but you also need to supply the demand. Also, potential customers will see the value if sales are booming. If lots of people are buying your product, then people are going to go, it must be good. Don't you think? Yes. If people, what are you selling now this week? Skincare products. So if lots of people are buying your skincare products, yeah, then how do you think that's going to reflect on the audience around you? They'll investigate buying it too, because if lots of people are buying, it must work, or they're happy. It's a huge benefit to your product launch. On this, how many of you still don't have something to promote this week? Just raise your hands. It's okay if you don't. Raise your hands so I can see. Okay. So what we want to do by the end of today is actually have something to promote, because you can't make sales in your business unless you're selling something true. So I know we were talking about different affiliate links. Graham, just pick one. Pick one link. Pick one link that you can promote, it doesn't matter which one, and start using the strategies and driving traffic to it. Okay? Sometimes we just have to make a decision. Does anybody ever feel like, oh, I want to make sure I promote the right product? Is anybody in that place? Or I don't know if it'll work? You don't know until you try, right? You've got to start sending traffic to see if it'll work. You guys know that the webinars convert 12.5% is brilliant. That's really, really good. You know that works, so you know you'll make money when you promote it. This is what we're talking about. Also, potential customers. Yeah, so we've already done that bit. Now, so see who's talking. That's very important. So who's talking about you online? Enlist their help. We have a gentleman down in Melbourne. Do you guys know Oliver? Yes, some people might have seen some of his posts. He's a lot of fun. He comes to our seminars all of the time, and he's made millions of dollars with his products, and he just absolutely loves us. He was sending me texts earlier this week going, Ali, you made me. I mean, how cool is that? Like, want to support you in any way that you can. So every time we run an event in Melbourne, guess what I do? I go, hey, Oliver, I'm coming to Melbourne. Are you coming too? You want to come? And he talks about it, and he'll get 15 people in a room for me. That's awesome, right? Because he talks about us, and he loves what we do. And so when you can get people like that with databases, people who are passionate to talk about you in social media, it will absolutely help your product launches. So then you want to watch customer support tickets as well. Make sure that they don't get too piled up. This week, of course, we're focusing on you guys in the room, helping you guys get set up with your own businesses and getting traffic to your own business. So we're a little bit behind right now. We're catching up today. I said to Emily, we need to keep on top of our support tickets for our business this week, because you don't want to let it go too long. So you've got to keep on top of that, even though you're doing other things. You want to also keep track of consistent issues that need to be addressed. So if something is consistently not working, you do need to make it a priority, or put a part of your team on it to make sure that you can get that thing resolved as soon as possible. You want to split test and monitor. So right now we're split testing different pages with different funnels all of the time. Even in post-launch phase, we're always split testing, because pages can go stale. So if something worked 6 months ago converting at 25 or 30%, and it's only converting at 5% now, you got to go, okay, we need to freshen this up and keep testing to get it back up again. So, and it may even be a whole redesign. You might have to redesign the whole page so it looks different, even though you're selling the same product. So you've got to keep that going. You want to monitor your results and shift the pages. You want to keep track of success and failures. Focus on the things that are working really well and keep the energy going there. And if things aren't working, try and deal with that as quickly as possible. And then understand the factors that cause them. So, if something didn't work, like if the internet dropped out, then you need to really make sure that the internet will be fast for the next one. When I do strategy sessions with people, in fact, I tried to do it last week with somebody, and the internet dropped out every 10 seconds. And it wasn't my side, it was her side. And I said to her, listen, if you want to have a successful business online, you're going to have to get faster internet. It's going to slow you down. And I said, we can't even do a simple Skype call without having dropouts. So I said to her, we're going to have to reschedule, because it's wasting both of our times now, isn't it? If you've got to keep reconnecting all the time. So we wasted a little bit of time in Taryn's webinar because of that, and it can affect you know, what you're doing in that process. So I said, go and figure out a new time in the scheduler, and make sure by then you've got a good fast internet connection so we can really be productive. So you have to keep on top of those sorts of things. Then you want to watch the sales and offer feedback to your team. So if we're finding that some things are really working well, so whenever Emily designs a landing page and it's really awesome and we're getting great conversions, I'll make sure I send her a message and say, awesome looking webinar page or whatever it is, and this is amazing, we're getting 20% off things or whatever. So you want to encourage your team where you can. You know, sometimes when you get in the thick of a launch, it's very easy to just focus on all the things you need to do, and you forget to have gratitude for the people actually working with you. So even write it on your board, thank the people in your team at least daily or weekly so that they are appreciated, so they keep working well with you. Okay, so your activity is to plan how you're going to run your launch phase. So how the customer will experience the product, the potential objections and questions that people might ask about it, areas to measure, so it could be your landing pages that you need to measure, it could be where you're getting your traffic from you need to measure. With increasing sales midway, are you going to offer something else in the middle of it to add more revenue into your business, maybe like an upsell? And then who's responsible for what? So like I showed you guys before, we have this massive to-do list of everything we do in a product launch, and then who's doing what by when. Even this seminar, we've got a who's doing what by when, who's doing each session, who's, you know, even the staff here at the hotel, when do they need to have the food ready by? There's a whole bunch of things that need to be organised to make sure that everything works smoothly. So it's very much time management. And so what I want you guys to do, and we're going to have a break now anyway, is that you should be thinking about what are the things that I still need to do for the launch, and what can I outsource as much as you can. Most of you have a person working for you in the Philippines or something like that through Upwork now. Does anybody not have one person like that? Okay, so 2 or 3 people. So I would even encourage you in this break to still go through that process and find somebody to help you to do some of the things that you can't do or you don't want to do. When we were doing the launch for Online Bizzo, we had something like, gosh, how many videos did we make for that product? For Online Bizzo, how many videos did we make? No, so we had the videos. We had the videos in the membership site with all of the 7 modules, and then we have the videos in the owner site. We have about 55 extra videos in here. And how many videos in here? Hundreds. Could be hundreds. 100. So let's say we had to make 150 videos. That's a lot of time, isn't it? Okay. So let's look at this. I'm just going to show you real quickly one video. If one video is a 10-minute video, right? It takes probably 15 minutes to record that 10-minute video, or maybe even 20 minutes by the time you get set up. So let's say in the timeline of things that need to happen, 20 minutes to record the video. Now, if this is a slideshow presentation, like slides, you need to create the slides, don't you? You guys with me? Go to create the slides. Guess how many slides it takes for 10 minutes? 12 slides? Yeah. Anywhere between 10 and 20 slides, depending on how fast. But let's say it's 20 slides. So it could also take you anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour, probably more likely an hour, to create the slides for a 10-minute presentation. Okay? So let's say you've got an hour to create the slides and 20 minutes to record it. To edit the recording, it takes 3 times as long as the actual recording in itself to edit it. So it's going to take 1 hour to edit the video. Yeah? So now we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes just for one 10-minute video. Then we have to actually upload the video into Amazon S3, which also takes time depending on the internet connection. And it could take anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes, depending on how slow your internet connection is and where you are. So, you know, if you have fast internet, it's absolutely going to help you. And then we have to put that video in the site, have the copy next to the site, and then upload it So, and you got to watch the video again to like write the notes. So let's say it's going to take you anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour to do that process as well. So let's just put another 30 minutes in here. So to make it one 10-minute video, it's taken us 2.5, like 3, let's say 3.5 hours. That's a long time, isn't it? And if we have 150 videos at 3.5 hours a pop, we'll just make it 3 hours for the sake of easy conversion math. So 3, is that 450? So 450 hours to just create the videos for the membership area. Is that right? Yeah, 450 hours. So if we could get back 200 hours of that time by getting someone in our team to upload the videos and put the information in the site, and also do the video editing, do we get back half our life?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? So there's an incredible amount of time. In fact, I know we spent more than that. It's probably more like 1,000 hours building the content and uploading the information into the site. So you want to write down, okay, if I'm going to do this product launch, whether it's an ebook, whether it's a video that I'm putting out, this 3.5 hours, how much of that can I outsource so that I don't have to do it? When we got somebody to do the video editing, we had such a relief, didn't we, Helen? We were like, oh my gosh, such a relief with the video editing. It was so good. But then we still had to have the time to tell the video editor what we needed them to do to make sure they didn't cut out vital information.